Hi guys, and welcome to the stream. I'm just adjusting the camera. Just one moment there. There we go. Hope everyone's well, and happy Monday to you all. And yeah, today we're going to be doing a colour along. So you can either do that live with me now, or you can do that, you can watch it back and colour along and do it in your own colours, entirely up to you. But this lovely image is from Monja Gates, and it's for the Australia on Fire awareness. Obviously, you've probably all heard on the news what's happening in Australia, and it's to raise awareness for Australia, and obviously they need our help. Not only the people who live there, but also the animals. It's the animals that mostly suffer. So I've decided to do this. I love this image anyway. I think it's very well done. So I thought and I'll put it to a vote. You guys, which image you'd like to see in the Facebook group, and you all chose this one, and you chose it with Prismacolors. So that is what we're doing today. Hi, Michelle. Good afternoon to you and good evening to me. It's 9 p.m. here in the UK, and it's been raining quite hard today. So as you can see side by side, I've got the image and I've got some Prismacolors. I will say my Prismacolor collection is rather lacking. I don't have that much in the way of Prismacolors. As you can see, the ones on swatch that I do have, and then you can see ones that I don't have because I haven't swatched them. Hi Starbuck, how are you doing? So I do need to try and build up on the Prismacolor collection. I have more polys than I do Prismas, but I tend to mix my pencils anyway. But as for the videos, you guys want to see me do a lot more content just using one source of pencils. And I think that's because most of you guys stick to one group of pencils. And I think most popular ones obviously are Prismas. And I think it's kind of like you're either Team Prisma or Team Poly. So let me know, are you Team Prisma or are you Team Poly? I do like Prismas itself. They are nice and soft, but I do prefer polys because I have more control over them. So I would say I'm Team Poly. And Jane, hello Jane, and Jane is Team Prisma. So let's move it to one side. I'm just going to pick some colours out. I don't want the cream because it's going to be too yellow. Actually, in fact, I might want that because of the background. Team Prismacolor, can't afford polys. That's funny, Michelle, because actually in here, for us in the UK, polys are a lot cheaper than Prismas. I think initially, if you buy the full set compared to the full set price of Prismas, it's a little bit more expensive. But to buy them individually, there's a massive difference. Over at the Colour Pencil Shop UK store, they do ship overseas as well. I get my open stock pencils from there, and Prismas are about £1.40 a pencil. Sorry, not Prismas. Polys are about £1.40 a pencil, and Prismacolors are £1.70 a pencil. So they are a little bit cheaper here actually in the UK. Well, I find anyway. So it's probably different over your side because you're closer to where these are made, and these are made in Mexico. And obviously Faber-Castell's Germany, which is not too far from the UK. I don't really have like a tan brown. Beige sienna. I don't have a beige sienna. Let's use a beige sienna. Okay, so let's start off by doing some skin tones and getting the pencils nice and sharp. Again, guys, if you do want to have a go at this image, by all means you can. The image is available over at Monja Gates' colouring group on Facebook. and Facebook is Colour My Dreams. And if you sign up you don't have to pay anything, it's just free. It's people just share their colorings of Monja's work, and you get like news and information about new releases from Monja. And in the file section, she has all her free images that she's given away, and this is the latest one. She's also doing her Realms books, which she's been doing the past year or so, and she's been doing the different elements where she released air, then she did forest, then she did sea, and now she's just done fire. Obviously, the fire book was made before what happened in Australia, but as a result of what has happened in Australia, she's decided that because of the concept of the recent releases of a new book, all proceeds for this week, that people who purchased Fire Realm Part 1 book, all proceeds from that will go to a fund to help Australia. Mine looks lighter. No, I haven't actually. I've just downloaded it as a file. It might just be the paper that I'm using. It's a brand called Frisk drawn paper. It's quite like a thick card paper, but it's got like a heavy tooth to it. It's got a bit of a tooth to it. So I don't know whether that's made it print lighter or I'm not sure. Might just be my printer settings. But usually she will give you a light version and a dark version, or other choice. But this is just the one. So I guess it's just my printer. It might just be the fact that I'm using card. It's like a thick paper. So yeah, let's give this a go. So I'm going to start with the base sienna. I'm just going to put in some shadows. And I've learned with Prismas that you have to just go in very lightly at first and build up your layers, because you could burnish very quickly with them. So to see the tooth is fine, because we're going to be building up on that. But yeah, I'm normally very heavy-handed, so I've had to have a lot of practice to help try and lighten the hand. Like holding the pencil a bit further up helps. Just not too far, because otherwise you end up with a bad wrist. Just about a quarter of a way up. So how's everyone's day been today? I hope they've had a good day. January just seems to be going on forever, doesn't it? January always seems to be the longest month. Okay, so just mark that off. Let's just go in with this nectar. Try not to shake the table too much, because I know it could be a bit annoying. So yeah, you will see white speckles because I'm using a light hand, and I'm going to be building up on that. I go from dark to light when it comes to skin. but well, mainly in pencils. Do I do that with markers as well? Actually, I do that with markers as well. The only time I ever do light to dark for skin is if I use like a water-based medium, like watercolors or watercolor pencils. And then if we just go in again with the beige sienna, and I'm just using circular motion because I find that it blends better that way. And then if I just go in with the light peach, just over that to lighten it and bring it all together. The deco peach, I will leave that for the cheeks. And then just the parts where you've already got coloured, I'm going to add a bit more pressure just to push into that tooth. So if you do have some paper that has a more tooth to it, so it has more texture, that means the more layers you can probably more layers you can put down. And with Prismas, it's quite easy to just go in straight away and burnish to the point where you get that waxy reflection, that wax bloom. It's probably why I have a preference to polys with them being oil based. You don't get that as quickly. But yeah, it is awful what's happened in Australia, and my heart goes out to everyone infected, including the animals. And like I said before, people do suffer, but the animals don't really have much of a voice, and they kind of rely on us to help them. and they're at the greater loss. So if you or anybody who does want to make a donation to help with the animals in Australia, I have left a link in the description for the WFA, and they are a wildlife charity, and they've got a current appeal to help Australia and its wildlife. So if you are looking to make a donation, then check them out and see if you want to put your donation to them to help the animals. Obviously, I'm not affiliated with them at all. It's just a charity. Hi Heather, how you doing? Got yourself all sorted, got yourself a cuppa, and you're just sitting back now, are you? After your stream. No problem. Well, you enjoy watching your film. That's what I was doing before, so that's why I was a bit late to your stream. So you go and enjoy that film. As I say, life always comes first. This is a hobby after all. Going in with the Deco Peach, which is a lot more pinkish. I'm just putting that on the cheeks. This is going to look more like a reddish tone because of the setting that it's going to be in. Obviously, it's in a wildfire. So the skin is going to look more warm, pinkish, rosy. Yeah, I'll have to watch Pirates 5 tomorrow because David likes to do movie marathons. We have to watch a series of films over a couple of days. We did Die Hard the other last week. This week's Pirates, so it'll probably be something like Harry Potter soon, or something like Lord of the Rings. Anything that's like a trilogy or a saga. No problem, Jane, hun, but thank you so much for popping along. Can't help it with the weather. We've had terrible weather all day. Our winds have been really bad. It's been very windy and it's been very rainy. So completely understand. Who knows what just back? I'm only going to be doing about an hour today anyway. I've got college tomorrow, so I've got to get sorted for that. Well, I suppose I have college tomorrow, but I'm only in for an hour and a half, so I might just ring and just ask them for the work to be sent over. Because it seems a little bit pointless going in for just an hour and a half. Normally we're in about 4 hours on an evening. It's evening class. And a little bit more pressure where I just want it to be a bit more rosy and to blend it in. No problem, hon. I'll catch you soon. Just add a bit more shape here. Now, I will say Monja herself is amazing with Prismacolors. That's her choice of pencils, and she does a wonderful, amazing thing with Prisma pencils. The color combination that she does, and she does like a very bold colors merged in together. It just works wonders with Prismas. Darken this a little bit with the nectar. And then back to the Decor Peach. Just think that nectar on top of the Decor Peach has made it look a bit more reddish, which is what I wanted. Just so it goes dark to medium to light. Now I was thinking for the background, I know I'm jumping ahead here, but even though I did say Prismas, but for the background I was thinking maybe you should try distressing, because I've never actually properly used them, and I have got them for Christmas. Just in like a tower here, and I have quite a vast amount of colours. So there's Fossilized Amber, Mermaid Lagoon, Abandoned Coral. They do have very cool names. Festive Berries, Cracked Pistachio, Shabby Shutters, Shabby Shutters, Milled Lavender, Tea Dye, Antique Linen, Vintage Photo, and Walnut Stain. So I've seen other channels use these before, and seen some amazing work with them actually, especially for like background effects. I like how you can just snap them, and the top's just comes off, and it's like a little sponge with the ink in. So we'll just get back to the skin. And then back to Light Peach. So again, just like the motions to blend together, and so it's smooth, because if you just do that, it's gonna show the lines, and then even if you go over and over it, you're more likely to scrape than and leave indentations. So if you do circular motion, it's less likely to leave lines and blends a lot more smoothly. And you can just go over areas we want to just get it right to how you want it. Shall I just zoom in a bit so you can just see? There you go, guys. Just zoom in so you can see a bit clearly what I'm doing. Now I'm leaving bits white there, so they're going to be highlights. And I'm not leaving them just white on the paper. I will go in with a white itself, because you'll find that it looks more natural if you go with a white. Now, I don't know where my white prism is. I did have one. Right. Obviously, you can do this with a white Prisma. I can't seem to find my white Prisma, so I'm just going to use a white luminance, which is very similar in regards to softness, so it'll give a very similar result. You can see it's tiny, tiny. A lot of my pencils are tiny. Now, still see a bit of a line there from before, so just go over to the white, just to see if it picks up, and then there you go, not as bad. Any sort of lines that we don't want to show, just put a bit of white. In a corner. So naturally a highlight would show us on the bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, the brow bone, forehead, a little bit on the chin, cheeks, and then cupid's bow, and then just above the top of the lip. But the top of the lip wouldn't just be white, it'll just be a little bit lighter. It'd be very faint. And just take the darker colour again, which was the beige sienna, and then on the bottom of the nose will be darker because you have shadow. Just blending it in with a light flash so it's more coherent. And then for nostrils, just getting a dark brown. A sepia will be good, rather than the black, because black might be too dark. Dark umber would work just fine. Or a sepia. Just put the nostrils in there. And you can use this to just add a bit of darkness into parts that we shaded. And then when the hair is coloured, it kind of lifts it up off the page to make it a little bit more three-dimensional. I'm just going to go in with eyelids just to deepen them. Increase. And then with the nectar, just go in at the top. And then the light peach again. We'll always just put the eyelashes back in. You can do that with a pencil, you can do that with a fine liner or a black gel pen or a biro. Okay, so lips wise, obviously you can do a lip colour, you can obviously do makeup, or you can just do it natural, however you like. I think I might just do a bit more of a pinkish tone, so I just got like a pink lipstick on. So I'll just get the pink colour from the Prisma. That's the mid tone. Just take the rosy beige for the dark bits, so just at the inside of the mouth where the lips fold inwards. And then just go back to the pink. And then the Deco Peach. Just building it up with a bit more pink. And you add a bit of white Posca to it if you want to, or a bit of gel pen, just to make it more glossy if you want it to be like a lip gloss, or just like a high shine on the lips. Okay, so that's lips done. Eyes. I'm just trying to think what colour eyes we should do. I think maybe like a hazel eye would be quite nice. So I'll take these two colours and then they're more of a orangey yellow. So I'll do the lighter colour first with eyes. And make sure the pencil's nice and sharp so we can get into the tiny little details. Just making little marks where I want the light part of the eye to be. The darker bits will be at the top. And then naturally around the iris. And then this golden rod would be in between. And then blend that in with the together. And then you just play around with it until you're happy with the blend. It looks a bit more brown with a hazel sort of reflection, but I'm not mad at that, I quite like that. Take the dark umber just to tidy it up a bit on the edge of the pupil. And then inside the eye. And then usually for the waterline, I'll just go for like a natural colour. Like the nectar here, it's like a pinkish neutral. And then I'll leave like a little gap there so I can use white to make it look reflective. The waterline. You can obviously make it black if you want to have an eyeliner on there. Now I do like to get the light grey. So this 20% French grey will be fine. Just make sure it's really sharp. Just because there will be the eyeball itself is not pure white, so I just like to use a very light grey to add a bit of shadow. And then blend that in with white. Add more if you need to. And then another thing that I really like to do for detail, I'm going to get a carmine red, get that really sharp. And just very lightly, I like to make some little squiggles in the eyeballs, just so the blood vessels that are in the eyes, and it just adds like a bit more depth and lifelike to it. I'm going to grab a white gel pen just to add the highlight into the pupil, just where it looks a bit dark, because it's such a quite small eye. It's quite easy to lose quite such detail. And there you go, that's the eye. So it's come together already, and if you wanted to, as I said before, you can use the gel pen to add some glossiness to the lips. So I just like that, like just dots for lips, a little bit of like a tiny bit of a squiggle, some dots. It just makes it look more subtle. And then you can add like a little dot in the inner corner of the eye, the tear duct as they call it. And then that's the face, mostly. So let's continue with the rest of the skin, like we did before, just the same, exact same way. So I'm only going to be doing an hour a day, so at least try and get the skin done, and then I can just do the rest another time on stream. I might just do impromptu, just come in for an hour here and there, and then just do the rest with you guys. So I'm just marking in where I want the shadows to be. Doesn't have to be precise, just making a mark and just using very light pressure. There's going to be a bit of shadow where this little guy's oar is. Poor little thing. And then here as well. Let's just get the lifter again. And then just go over that beige sienna. And there are other colours in the Prismacolor set will make it so much easier to get this result rather than having to mix two pencils together. But because I only have very limited amount of Prismacolors, I'm having to just blend some together to get the colour that I'd want, rather than easily picking up some more of these colours here, where it would probably just be easier. So you guys can obviously just play by eye, and if you see a colour in your set that looks like this blend for like the shadow parts, then by all means use that instead. Anything to make it a bit easier, then go for it. But the good thing about Prism is you can blend and layer. Okay, and then just going to lay down a layer of the light peach on top. So guys, if you've got any requests or anything like that you'd like to see me colour or show you guys, or any sort of materials that you're interested in, then just post me a comment, send me a message. I'll happily have a look and see if we can get a video up or do a stream on that particular thing that you'd like to see from the channel. So I think there'll be a bit of a highlight there, so I'm just going to mark that out, and I think there'll be a highlight here as well. So as you can see, I've just put a circle there just to mark where I want some highlights to be on the skin. Maybe there. Obviously, I can just, if I don't want it to be there, then I can just go over it. But I'll leave it there as an indicator, just in case that once I fill this in and look at it and go, actually, I could use the highlight there, it saves me having to erase. So let's have a look. So yeah, I could have done the highlight there. So let's get that eraser. I'm not putting any hard pressure on just yet because I'm just working out where I want my highlights to be. Okay, so now that I've got my mountains down where I want the highlights to be, I can then just build up the layers. So let's get some more of this nectar down in the shadow parts. Okay, so the back is a bit darker than the shoulder. Add some of this deco peach. Just to warm some areas up. Okay, so now we'll go in with the light peach again, and we're just going to press a little bit harder and burnish the rest of the tooth in, leaving your highlight spots clear, and then you can go over that with the white at the end. And then just blend this all together. Again, circular motions to blend it together. And then just got that white. Obviously, I don't have my Prisma white with me, but I do have the Lumens, which is similar in softness. The Prisma is just a bit ever so slightly more soft. And then got that dark umber. Hi there. I'm actually just finishing up now. I was just doing a quick hour, part one of this colour for Australia, and just showing you how I did my skin with Prismas. So the colour combination that I used, I've just done a colour blend here. It was burnt ochre. Sorry, it wasn't burnt ochre. It was. I'll quickly show you the other one for you now. Let me grab them. So burnt sienna. Then nectar. Deco peach. Light peach. And white. And the white is the highlight. So that's the one that we did today. Let me just get a pen and hit a quick mute. So we had beige sienna, nectar, deco peach, light peach, and white. So if you want to have a go at that skin tone, then it's in the Prismacolor. It's beige sienna, nectar, deco peach, light peach, and white. So we've done the skin tones here. In the next video, we'll just do we'll do the hair, the clothing, and the koala. We'll make the star because obviously koala will probably take a little bit of time because it's just loads of building up with layers of light and heavy strokes. But I think she's looking pretty cool at the moment. I like the colours I like that I've chosen. And yeah, so thank you everyone for joining for part one for this quick hour. And I might be changing my times in regards to when I stream. I'm hoping to probably move it from a Monday to a different day. Just Mondays at the moment it's not a practical day because Tuesdays I do go to college. I'm studying English. So Monday nights preferably should be free for me to do any sort of last minute work. But I'll let you guys know. I will do another video next Monday. I'll let you guys know next Monday if I am going to be changing them. But as for the rest of this, I will be doing imprompts of like 1 hour sessions. I might do one tomorrow. If not, I might do one Wednesday. But I'll make an announcement of it on my Facebook group, which is Colour with Sean Colouring Community Group. So if you're not, remember, just click the link in the description and join. You're more than welcome to. We have events quite often, and it's a nice group. If you do want to get this image, then pop over to Colour My Dreams Facebook group, which is run by Monja, which is obviously her artwork. She's given this image for free, so you can have a go with it yourself. And it's just to raise awareness for obviously Australia. If you do want to make a donation to Australia, especially Australian wildlife, I've left a recommended charity in the description, which is the WFA. They are an official charity for animals. So yeah, have a look at them. If you do want to make a donation, every little helps. We all need to do our bit, as they say. And anyone who buys the Fire Realm Part 1 current book from Monja from our Etsy store, again the links in the description this week. All the proceeds from those sales will go to an appeal to help Australia. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next live. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and good night. Bye guys.